Hey family, welcome back to the channel. Come on in here, I gotta talk to y'all, okay? So as you all may already know, you've probably seen the Twitter sphere and the YouTube streets and all that just rumbling with news that Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott are off of Married to Medicine, and so is Anila and Dr. Karen. Now, I was shocked because I know Anila might be an afterthought to some of you all, right? She may not be a fan favorite, but I like her and I love Dr. Karen, and so I kind of don't like that. I kind of wish that they would keep them, you know what I mean? Maybe X somebody else out of the cast. I don't know who they would leave out though, but I definitely am, not upset about the fact that they didn't give Dr. Contessa the boot, allegedly. She, I guess, told them that she no longer wanted to participate. And when you think about it, with all that she has been going through the past 2 to 3 seasons with Dr. Scott and then her relationship with Dr. Heavenly, it only makes sense that she just focuses on her family, gets herself or finds herself back in a good and positive space, and just let that go. So we wish Dr. Contessa all the best. We're not going to forget about you trying to gaslight us and bring to our attention, or so you thought, that Dr. Heavenly just sat up on her YouTube channel and did all this. No, baby, y'all gave Dr. Heavenly something to talk about. And so you were trying to flip things around that season, and you wanted to target Dr. Heavenly. I guess that was your big one, and like you trying to be Robin Dixon, your big one as you exited. Because now that I think about it, if you had been planning this all along, you had wanted to go out with a bang, and you wanted to take Dr. Heavenly down with you, but it wasn't going to work because Dr. Heavenly be on her YouTube page and she just be commenting and talking crap, but it's not anything malicious, right? And especially when it came to Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa. Contessa, you put everything out there about you all's relationship, your marriage, the lack thereof, all of this. We would not have known this. Dr. Heavenly wouldn't have known this, okay? If you didn't share that with her or other people. But I do want to make sure that I note this, that as a friend, if and Dr. Heavenly was wrong in this regard, if that is your true, genuine friend, right? This is why I hate to side with Robin and Giselle. If you know something is detrimental about somebody's relationship or whatever the case is, even if they bring it up, dare not speak on it. It's not your place. It's not your place. I love Dr. Heavenly, but I gotta call a thing, and that just was foul. So I understand Dr. Contessa's disdain or her dismay for Dr. Heavenly and the things that she's done. However, I do think that she went overboard because you kind of, you can't just leave her out there to dry. You did contribute to that too, Dr. Contessa. And then for you to sit up there and try to lie and say that you never brought anything up on the show about your husband's marriage and relationship. Girl, the video footage is there. We didn't make this stuff up. So that's that. What about Audra and her husband? I know many of you probably are not really feeling her because of how she stepped to Toya. But Toya, girl, you be asking for it, honey. And Toya, we might have to just jog your memory now. Go back to season 1 of Married to Medicine. I think it was probably like 2 or 3 episodes in when you and Mariah got the tussling. Okay? And really, to be honest, that's really when all the issues started with you and Miss Quad. Yeah, because you out of that lady business about her and Dr. G's marriage being called off. And why would you bring that to the camera? I mean, I guess it's new. You don't know, not social media etiquette, but you don't know reality TV etiquette. You were being real, but that was also being messy, girl. You should have just let that one your story to tell. And now you done made an enemy for life because her and Quad really have not gotten on a good foot after that. They've just been tumbling down the hill since then. So when it comes to Audra and Toya, they are a lot alike. And I would love to see them kind of join forces, big sister, little sister, the type of relationship that Quad and Mariah started to have, but it didn't quite pan out that way. You know what I mean? Toya is a very likable person. She has a lot of wisdom and class, and we don't often get to see that because, we just see her as being a stay-at-home mom. But let's not forget, she's very educated, degree, and certified, okay? An entrepreneur in her own right. So, and she was a teacher. So Toya is just a great person overall. And I just want us to see more of those characteristics that she naturally has. I want to see them come out on the show. So I definitely think that her and Audra teaming up would be good if Audra and her husband are coming back. Anila again. I just wish that they had kept Anila, but I kind of feel like it was just a little bit too messy and murky waters, especially with the allegations that Toya knew somebody that allegedly broke into their home or something like that. I don't know. That just was a whole, that territory was just very, I don't even know. We just need to leave that alone because, yeah, Bravo did right just by letting you go ahead and go on about that because it wasn't going to end well. The consensus on Twitter and social media was that they really were not believing Anila. And I'm saying allegedly because I wasn't there, don't know what happened, but they kind of saw, the people on social media kind of saw through Anila and her, I guess, crying out for help type of a thing. Little girl who cried wolf. I don't know. I'm just going to leave that there. Now let's go ahead and get into Dr. G and his wife. Hopefully they are joining the cast because it's going to be such a kiki to see him interact when it comes to him and his ex-wife. Well, yeah, his ex-wife, but him and his fiance interact with his ex-wife, Dr. I keep calling these people Doctor, but with Quad in different social settings, okay? And then you have Phaedra and her boyfriend, or I don't think they're married yet, but her boyfriend and fiance joining the cast, right? So we know that Quad and we know that Phaedra are really good friends, you know? So to see them kind of have their own alliance, especially when it comes to just kind of seeing how the relationships with Quad and the rest of the ladies on the show are going at this point, you know. I feel like Dr. Jackie could take or leave Quad. She's always going to be cordial and keep things cute and on mute because that is Dr. Jackie Walters. She is the doctor to the stars, okay? Dr. Simone and Quad are just like oil and water at this point, and it's just I want to do a deep dive just to really go back and see exactly what it was that happened, because for the life of me I cannot understand why Quad and Dr. Simone just have not been mixing for the last maybe 4 to 5 seasons. Dr. Heavenly and Quad have an interesting relationship. I want to say it's a relationship of convenience, and I say that because we just saw some pretty awkward exchanges and interactions between the two of them last season on social media. But seemingly it seems like they both have each other's backs when, you know, the situation calls for it, okay? And then lastly we have so I spoke, oh well, that's it, because everybody else is pretty much off the thing. Dr. Carrie, no, not Dr. Carrie, but Carrie Wells, we don't need to see no one on this episode. Toya don't bring her to none other event. We don't care about that lady, to be honest with you. The way that she set up in season 1 and told Mariah that basically was trying to throw money at her, like, because of the situation that Toya and Mariah had during a joint birthday party that that Mariah and Carrie had for their husbands. Child, she sat up and tried to charge this lady damages because Toya and Mariah got into a physical altercation, so she couldn't be nowhere near them. So since you can't be nowhere near them people, you don't need to be nowhere near our TV screen trying to get this publicity, girl. We see right through you, okay? We don't want it. We do not want it. It's not welcome. So I'm excited to see Phaedra join the cast. I'm excited to see the dynamics between Dr. G, his fiance, and Quad. I know it might be a little awkward, especially when you got messy behind Simone, who is going to be stirring the pot, because she and Dr. G, y'all saw that video that I posted maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. She is very chummy with Dr. G and his fiance, and so is Dr. Heavenly. So though both of those ladies are very mixy and messy, they don't care about being mixy and messy. They know they have a job to do, and they know that we just want to talk about the news and report it. It's TV, it's entertaining, and it keeps it going. So this is the type of mess and stuff that I can get into, unlike the mess and the drama that be unfolded on Real Housewives of Potomac, child. I didn't even upload, and I'm not going to upload my part 3 commentary of that reunion, because it just really was absolutely ridiculous. Bravo Andy just scrapped the whole cast, start all over, and yeah, keep it from there, because the way y'all on there suing people, husbands chiming in suing people, we don't really care about that. That's just toxic and whatever. So drop down in the comments to let me know what you all think about Anila being X'd out of the show, Dr. Contessa no longer being a part of the show. Are you excited about that? What are your thoughts about that? Do you feel like those two should have gone, or would you have liked to see other cast members leave the show? How do you feel about Dr. G and his fiance joining the cast, as well as Phaedra? Do you think the dynamics between Quad, Dr. G and his fiance are going to be awkward? How do you think the rest of the friend group is going to handle that? You know, like I said, I pointed out the fact that we have 2 very messy queens on the show, Dr. Headley and Dr. Simone, okay? So yeah, let me know what you all's thoughts are. If I hear anything else, of course, you know I'm gonna keep my ears to the streets, and I'll be coming back to update you all. But please help support my channel. Like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and just come on down in the comments and join the family group chat. Y'all know how we do. Have a happy day.